Hey guys, welcome to yet another episode of the Shinpad podcast. I'm Bala, and as usual, I'm joined by Vignesh. Hi Vignesh.
Yeah, disappointing weekend. I mean, we're gonna talk about the women's FA Cup final. So, I mean, it's gonna be a very sad episode, I guess. We
Yeah,
had a lot of expectations, but somewhere you always knew that we weren't gonna cross the line. So, yeah, feeling okay. So, yeah, a couple of games at least. The league, we must try to win. Uh,
yeah,
Irony is that it's in the hands of Chelsea's now. So
yeah.
I don't know if it
Again,
is right to say that it's Chelsea's league to lose, but I don't know what's gonna happen over there. Yeah,
yeah. It's been Chelsea's league to lose for what 5 seasons now. So
yeah,
I wouldn't be very hard on the team and the manager. I would be hard on the manager for certain reasons, but I wouldn't be very hard on the team because they tried really hard. And this is the
mm,
first time we're actually facing a big challenge, like
mm,
going for a big final, first time ever in our history,
mm,
and on the positive side, we have qualified like not technically or mathematically, but I
mm.
mean, in terms of humanly possible,
Yeah,
uh,
aspects. Yeah,
yeah, aspects, we have
mm,
qualified for the Champions League next season.
mm,
So that's going to be a huge boost for the team because this is the first time we
mm,
came really close 2 seasons ago. Last season was. We just dropped off towards then, but this time
mm.
we have gone on and done it. But yeah, coming back to the final, I mean, we started off with a bang, right? We almost like scored in the very first
Yeah.
minute, but it was ruled out for offside. You were
There are a lot of
really
chances.
impressed.
Yeah. Very impressed by. Yeah, we'll talk about Mary Earps later. But I mean, the positioning. I haven't watched so much of the women's team. Just the important games alone. But the position of the team during the counter attack was really beautiful. So I was very impressed by that. And yeah, of course, Mary Earps. I mean, first off, I really enjoyed watching her. The calmness she had on the pitch, the way she distributed without any fuss. I think many of
Yeah.
us. I mean, I saw on Twitter like DGA was actually trending when the FA Cup final was going on. So it was
It's
very calm. It was very peaceful to watch a goalkeeper play like that. Sorry to bring that into this, but the frustration is like it's to the
Yeah, it
maximum.
it boils over every single time. I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's very unfortunate, but yeah, we really started off on a very bright note.
Mm,
I mean, all our front four were involved a lot, especially Nikita Paris and
Paris.
Ella
Yeah.
Toon. I really thought Ella Toon would go on and score a goal. She hasn't scored for what, almost 6 months now. She
Mm,
has still been providing quite a lot of goals
yeah.
consistently, but this has been a bit of an off season for her. She hasn't been able to. I don't know. She has also lost a lot of confidence going for goal because she could have pulled the trigger twice or thrice, but
Yeah,
she
yeah.
decided to.
I mean, many times like we saw that, right? Like we took a maybe a step or two more to pull the trigger. I mean, that was
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
frustrating. Yeah,
yeah. It
we
was
should
madly
have.
frustrating.
Yeah, we had a chance over at least one goal in the first half. We had a chance, but yeah, nevertheless. But yeah, she does look like a little less on confidence. Hopefully, with the 2 games to go, maybe we could see her score again. But yeah, first off, I think we were very good, very decent. But once you told me that okay, once they start substituting, they start bringing in all. Um, they have a brilliant bench also. So once
Yeah,
Chelsea
I
starts
mean,
doing that, I think it's very
imagine having a Ballon d'Or winner like Pernilla Harder on your bench and just
mm,
being able to bring her on as a substitute. I mean, it's crazy.
yeah, that's what happened. I mean, there was a huge shift in the play. I mean, you could it's highly visible. Like by I think they scored around the 60th or 65th, or so I think around the 70th minute, and we knew that the game was over. I mean, even though
Yeah.
we had chance, we knew that there was not good pass that was happening. We were just lobbing it around, so
Yeah, I
we
mean,
knew
we
it
were,
around. Yeah.
yeah, it was very disappointing. I mean, again, Emma Hayes was very pragmatic in her approach and very proactive with the changes. She knew that we were going to come hard at them, so they just kind of held themselves back, held for. vast periods of the first half. And I guess we as a team, manager and the team, were preoccupied with
Mm,
what Chelsea could do rather than what we could do to them. So
mm,
I guess we were always a bit reactive. I mean, we really started with a bang, but then once the
mm,
game kind of settled into a very sedate rhythm,
mm.
we were always thinking about what they could do to us. So that kind of hampered us. And once they brought on those couple of substitutes and made the changes, we must have made some changes in the midfield,
Yeah,
because then what happened was Mary was just lobbing the ball like David De Gea does.
most of
I
the
mean, for
times.
yeah, for pretty much the entirety of second half, it didn't backfire a lot of times like how it backfires for men's team every single time. But it wasn't an ideal tactic. We never had the control of the game beyond that. The midfield was a mess, because Wildeborisa started the previous league game, which was a first start in a very first league start of the season, I guess, or maybe in a very long time. And she did exceedingly well in that deeper midfield role, because she is a very natural ball carrier and ball progressor. While Katie Zellum and Haley Lard both are excellent players, they are not exactly the ball progressing, ball carrying players that we desperately need. Again, it's the same problem that we have in the men's team. But
Men's team as well. Yeah.
here, Skinner, uh, I mean, he has kind of sort of found a way through his fullbacks to progress the ball and carry the ball forward. But yeah, we were a bit too, I guess we went into a shell after a while, because I was mentioning this to you, like we were building up with the three at the back. Hannah Blundell, the left back, was tucking in so that we could defend against the Chelsea forwards, but that meant that one of the fullbacks is always inside, and there was a
Mm.
huge gap
Huge
between.
gap.
So this has been a problem every time we face Chelsea this season, especially the away game
Mm.
where we lost. So it's been a continuous theme where we just wait for Chelsea to do what they want to do, and then we kind of try to react, but we always fall short.
So what do you think like we must do next season? Just have a couple of games. I mean, it's going to be huge couple of games coming up for us. But do you think like we need to sign some players, or uh, does
Yeah,
Skinner have to do something very special on it? Or it seems that we tend to leave a lot of gap. I mean, post 70 minutes, I mean, there was a
yeah.
huge minefield that you can literally walk over and just pass over the ball. So, what do you think that we must do in this couple of games and maybe for the next season? Now having qualified for the Champions League.
Yeah, the next two games just play different players. Like we have bought Lisa Nalson. She's a very young player in midfield. Just let her get to the grips of the league, and let her get a feel of how this team is. And
Mm,
also play Boris. If I don't I'm not so confident about her staying beyond the season, because
mm,
she has been consistently sidelined to the bench. I'm not asking Skinner to start her every game. I'm
mm,
just asking him to rotate the midfield consistently, so that because
mm,
we are going into a season where we'll have to play UCL football, and there will be at least 7 to 8 more games that we'll have to play.
mm,
That means that we can't play the same squad over and over again once every
yeah.
3 days. We need to have a lot of rotation, and
Yeah.
I mean, Russo's contract is expiring. Onabatia's contract is expiring. Mary
Mm.
Earps just has only one year in a contract, and
Yeah.
I don't know if
Maybe I
we are
don't know
doing
this
anything.
Champions League or the. I mean, it all depends, right, on whether you're gonna end up winning or not. That could add also to this contract
Yeah,
signings. You have
I mean,
seen it happening to the men's team as well. So let's see how
yeah,
it
but
goes. I mean,
we need major reinforcements in midfield. I mean, we have options. Estelle Cascarino was brought from PSG on loan just to be used, as an emergency backup, or just to have an option on the bench. But I
mm,
don't think she's played like a very few minutes, not even 100 minutes in a
mm,
time here at United. And yeah, it's a bit baffling when
mm,
because I thought when Chelsea made those two changes at the 55th minute, I thought
mm,
we had to make a change immediately. We should
mm,
have either subbed off Toon or Zelen for Boris. But what he did was he made substitutions around the 70th minute and he took two off, which I thought was okay. But then he brought Rachel Williams, the striker, and asked her to play as a number 10, which
Mm.
just
That's a
did
big
not work.
decision to to do
Yeah,
in a final. So yeah, that did.
yeah, these
Uh,
things just didn't click, didn't work. Again,
mm,
Lucia Garcia should have been brought on a lot earlier because Paris was not able to create any impact in the second half. So yeah,
mm,
we delayed a lot of things, and it was just
mm,
unfortunate. We tried a lot of things, but did you notice we didn't make a
mm,
single substitution in central
yeah.
midfield, despite making a lot of changes, changing the formation, bringing a centre back in,
Mm,
bringing two strikers in, everything, but we just didn't
mm,
change the central midfield, which was the problem area throughout. So
yeah, that's true. And also, like post the match, like we did. Um, I mean, we did come as second, but there were a lot of things that cropped up, like people talking on Glazers for for
yeah,
starters. How they are
yeah.
not putting much into the development of the women's team. There were also talk. I don't know if Skinner made a comment, but there's a lot of articles. I saw that he was demanding something big from the owners as well.
Yeah,
I don't know if
yeah.
it's true or not, but yeah, I read a lot of
No,
things
he
as well.
he did. I mean, he didn't exactly,
Exactly,
quote
yeah.
unquote, quote unquote, put those exact words, but
Mm,
he was quite harsh on them in a
mm,
very sly way. That was a good thing. I mean, that
mm,
was the only thing from Skinner that I liked in this whole saga because
mm,
I mean, I didn't like how he reacted after. The
mm,
game, like he threw the runners-up medal onto the grass, and
mm,
I mean, we even when we lose, we have to act gracefully. The players did that. I mean, all
mm,
the players were very graceful in accepting the defeat. But I
mm.
can understand the frustration because we were this close to glory
Yep.
and everything. But yeah, we should. It irked me a little bit. It's fine. I
Mm.
can understand it's the heat of the moment, but he could have behaved a bit better there.
Yeah. Let's see. Hopefully, the league tells us another, ends up giving us a good story. So
Yeah,
Chelsea has 3 games in their hands, as you said. Arsenal could be the only threat that Chelsea might face in those
yeah.
last 3 games.
It's like,
So it's
every time when people want favors from Real
other
Madrid, they
club.
put
Yeah.
this Salam brother. I need the same
Yeah.
favor from before to
Mm.
Carlo. So we ask Jonas Eidewall and Arsenal women to just do us a major favor and just make Chelsea drop some points, man. That's
Mm.
the only thing that we are asking
So at least
you of
if they
because
draw, it's going to be on 50. And if it's going to be 50-50, then we have 2 games in hand. So if it levels, it's going to be the goal difference. Now they are on the same goal difference. So it's getting neck
yeah,
and neck.
exactly. Because the
So,
last three games they've scored like what 15 goals or something, Chelsea. So they
oh
were
my God.
actually quite behind. I
Uh,
mean, quite a lot of goals behind us, but
mm,
they just caught up rapidly because
mm.
they just kept on scoring. It's so
But
unfortunate and yeah,
yeah, but at least looks the goal difference here looks very good. I mean, I haven't even seen the goal difference. I mean, I have forgotten the goal difference columns for the men's team for the last I don't know for a few years. And
especially this season, it has
especially,
never
I mean,
gone up to the double digits.
yeah, when it does, it comes back. There is a huge defeat awaiting for
Yeah.
us. So yeah, it's good that the goal difference column at least bothers us in a good way. So let's see. 2 games in hand, big games against Man City and what was the other team? I guess was it
Liverpool. Liverpool.
Liverpool? Okay.
Man City, it's going to be tough again. City are in very good form, but
Mm,
they did lose one of their last two games. So
mm,
we are playing at home, so we can
mm,
definitely, if we want to avenge for our loss against Chelsea, just put all the energy
mm.
and win the game
And both
against.
are own home games. If, no, no. So Liverpool is
No,
away.
Liverpool will be away, yeah. But Liverpool have been this giant killing team this season. They haven't been really that good, but
Mm,
they've beaten all the major sides. They've beaten Chelsea, so it's going to be interesting.
mm,
But yeah, we should just focus on winning those two games. I mean, the season would still be a massive success even if we don't go on to win
Don't
those
go.
two
Yeah.
games, and because this is the first time we are going to finish in the top three, and first time we are going to qualify for the Champions
Yeah.
League, and we
I think the
have
second spot is assured, right? I don't think Arsenal is going to catch up. They are on 44, 47, 50. I think it's assured for us unless Arsenal
we
scores 8 goals in the next couple
yeah,
of games.
and we capitulated in both the games, so I guess
Yeah,
top two is almost
almost certain.
secured for us. If we win against Man City, it will officially be sealed, I guess, the
Mm,
top two spot. So
yeah,
yeah, it feels nice, but it's, as you said at the start, it's also a bit sad. It's kind of this bittersweet feeling
mm,
which we have right now, because we were this close to celebrating our, I mean, we did win the championship
yeah.
when we formed as a team in the very first season, but
Mm,
FA Cup, it's big, the
something
big
else.
trophy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Hopefully, let's see. The next 2 weeks, what's going to happen. So it's going to be interesting. A tight finish. So we are excited for that. So I mean, yeah, we wanted to talk about this. I'm also getting more involved on the women's game. So just don't scold me in your thing that I don't have much knowledge. I'm just developing because Bala's fueling me all those things. So yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
and hopefully we can come back again and do a very cheerful episode on the women's side when if and when we win the league this season. So
yeah.
yeah, let us just fingers crossed. Let us hope that we do really well in the last two games, and
Hmm.
yeah, just let us hope the universe surprises us with the league win.
Yeah. I think that's it. On that note, thanks for watching the Shinpad podcast. This is Vignesh and Bala signing off.
Yeah, bye guys.